What's good, everybody? It's your boy Matthew Maley for, I guess, Matthew Maley's Poker's YouTube channel, which is really way more difficult to say than just MatthewMaley.com. So, GoDaddy, can you get your shit together, please? Anyway, if you guys have been following me on Twitter, you know that I've been playing in the event number 18, the $1,500 No Limit World Series event. As you can probably tell by the fact that I'm back in my room and it's only 10:30, I got busted out. I played pretty well, honestly. I really felt like I was doing well. I was treading water for a lot of the time. But at the end of the day, you know, that happens in tournaments. Sometimes that's what you have to do. And I made one mistake, which is really ironic. The last two World Series events that I played in came down to one mistake. Hold on, let's see if you guys can see me better there. There we go. All right. Now we actually can see something. All right, here we go. Let's try that again. Yeah, as you guys have heard from my past World Series circuit event that I took third place in last year, I actually played pretty much perfect poker for about 17 hours and made one mistake, and that one mistake was what knocked me out, which is really ironic because the two people that beat me in that event, I actually saw both of them in all of the World Series. Shout out to Caesar and Everett Carlton. I didn't say what's up to him. We were in the middle of the tournament, but he was a really good player, so shout out to him too. But it's really kind of ironic that, you know, I would see both of them in all of the World Series. But whatever, I digress. But I ended up, well, let's work our way up there. Tournament started out kind of rocky. I had a couple different times where I would flop top pair and then end up losing to a better kicker or whatever. I actually lost half my stack twice within the first 3 rounds and was down to below 2,500. Both times I was able to double up. Once I pushed all in with pocket 8s after I'd hit an 8 on the flop and just so happened to double through somebody who had pocket kings. And then again, right after I'd gotten my stack up to about 5,200 and donked off half of it. Well, I can't even say donked off, but I had king 10 and called a raise, 10 flopped, and proceeded to bet 3 different, the lady right to my right ended up shooting 3 bullets at it, and I called her all the way down, and she turned out to have ace 10. So what are you going to do about that? You know, honestly, that's kind of how the day was, you know. There were some stretches of pretty easy poker, and there were some stretches of some really damn difficult poker. So after I dropped half my stack to her, literally the very next hand, I pick up pocket kings, and she makes a raise under the gun. And at this point, I have literally like 2,200 left, and I was steaming a little bit, and so I pushed all in, and ended up. She had pocket jacks, my kings held. So then I was back up to, you know, $5 grand, 5,200, and I did that a couple times, just, you know, hitting the waves, and they finally ended up breaking our table. I ended up hitting the second break at like 5,500 chips, so not bad, you know. I mean, chip average was probably about 6,500 to $7 grand, no, it was probably about 6,000, 6,500 at that time. I'm not sure. For the record, this tournament had 3,517 people, which is the biggest of all time for a non-main event for a one-day starting field, which is pretty crazy. The first place was ridiculous. It was like 760 grand. Anyway, but I ended up coming back from the second break. We played for about probably about 30 minutes, and they ended up breaking our table. Which sucked because we had a really good table going, and I had a pretty good table, you know, rapport. I was able to steal a little bit. I never got called on a bluff, and I was able to bluff probably at least 6 or 7 hands, and I showed down, you know, 6 or 7 hands as well. So it was a pretty even ratio. But I ended up going to a new table, which, you know, anybody who's been a poker player, you know, and you've been sitting at a table for a while and getting accustomed and getting comfortable, and, you know, I always hate going to a new table, honestly. I wish I could just stay at the final table and just work my way down. But came to a new table, and at this point I dropped a little bit. I was down to about 4,500, and then the new round came. Wow, I can't talk today. Blinds went up to 100, 200 with a $25 ante. So I was sitting at about an M of just under 10. Which, if you follow Dan Harrington's M, that's what it would cost you each round around the table, including small blind, big blind, and antes. So I was just under, or just around 10, and was able to pull a couple steal opportunities, which was kind of cool. I had the right amount of chips where nobody really wanted to tangle with me because I could still do damage to their stack, but at the same time I didn't have enough to just sit back and chill. When I came to the new table, there were actually 3 people that were under 2,500. One guy that was sitting at probably about 20K, and then a couple other that were at about 10 to 12. So then, I think one other that was around mine. So it was a good spread at the table. So I was able to steal a few pots. Ended up getting up to 6,300, I believe. At which point just in antes in general, you're going to lose, you're going to have a lot of variance at that point unless you're, picking up every damn hand. But I ended up dropping down to about 56 or so and picked up ace-jack. And I was probably 6th to act. Guy under the gun raised it to a 450. Like I said, blinds are 100, 200. 2 other people called. I called. 2 other people called. So there's 6 people in the pot. Flop comes out, Jack 10-10. Everybody checks around to me. I end up firing at it. I believe I fired 1650 into it, and got a call. And as soon as the turn card came out of a blank, it was a deuce, I pushed all in and got called. And turns out the guy to my right, or my left, I'm sorry, had ace-10. So I got pretty unlucky, but, that's life. That's kind of how the tournament went. So I really, I can't hate on it too much. I mean, I overplayed the spot. I had 1 pair. That's it. And I don't know. I don't really know why I overplayed the spot, honestly. The guy wasn't that great of a player. I know I could have worked it down and, and ended up beating him, but sometimes you get something in your mind that you can take it down, and sometimes you're wrong. But overall, it was still a cool tournament. I went out in about 1,500th, literally 10 minutes out, or 10 minutes away from dinner break. So I got damn near a good 7 hours of poker in. And then kind of just called a night, came back to the room, just been chilling here a little bit. Shout out to my buddy John. He's actually still in it. I just talked to him. He's sitting at about 24,000 chips. So he's doing well. He isn't quite up what Grinder's doing. Grinder's up to damn near 100,000 at this point, but he's still in it. So shout out to John. I'll tag something on Facebook so he makes sure he sees this. But I decided I originally was only going to play 1 event because I have literally been hemorrhaging money. I've played poker for 2 days and the total's close to 3,500, but I'm here to win a bracelet. That's what I've decided. I'm not here to party. I'm not here to win a deep stack event at the Venetian. I'm not here to win a deep stack event at the Series. I'm here to win a bracelet. And my next chance to win a bracelet is tomorrow in the $1,000 event. So I've decided that I'm going to take the extra $1,000 that I very wonderfully got from Wells Fargo at a very opportune time. It's always nice when you get that extra paycheck, when the bills are paid, the mortgage is paid, and you still get that extra, have that extra G just chilling there. Of course, the smart person would say, pay down your credit card. But I'm a poker player. This is what we do. There's no 2 ways about it. And if I have a chance to win a gold bracelet and wear my Air Jordan 11 Space Jams up on that podium to receive my bracelet, I'm going to take it. I mean, this is my chance until next year. So I'm actually going to go down, sit another single table satellite, because I've done so well in those. But I'm going to try one of those, and if that doesn't hit, then I'm just going to go straight buy into the event. And this will serve as the very first time in my poker career that I'm going to play 2 World Series events in the same year. And who knows? Maybe tomorrow's the day. Maybe tomorrow's what I've been waiting for, and You know, I can't not try, to be quite honest. You know, and these are the decisions that can literally change your life. Not trying to get all preachy and shit, but honestly, it's true. I mean, I have a good run tomorrow. That could, well, not tomorrow. I'd have to have a good run for like 3 days, but that could literally change my life. So it's not like the World Series is every month. This is a once a year thing. This is my shot. So I got to take it, you know, to be incredibly cliche. I'm going to quote Rounders. And as Mr. Matt Damon said, you can't lose what you don't put in the middle. But as Edward Norton's character of Worm so eloquently said, but you can't make much either. So I'm going to go put my money in the middle and let's see what happens. So thanks again, everybody, for the support. Shout out to DJ Nino, my boy over at the Heart Bar in Planet Hollywood. Hit him up on Twitter at WONNINO. He really been supporting me a lot. Shout out to my boy Bill. He's been supporting me a bunch. Shout out to my boy John. Been supporting me a bunch. And everybody back in Phoenix, family, friends, all y'all. I really appreciate it. There's a select couple of y'all that have really helped lately with my confidence and support and everything. So this out to y'all. So hopefully I can win and then dedicate that to y'all. That's the goal, at least. So poker gods, come on, hook a brother up. I'm saying. Anyway, I'm done rambling. Time to go get back on the felt. I'm telling you, us poker players are a damn glutton for punishment. That's just what we are. So once again, Matthew Maley for the site that was formerly known as MatthewMaley.com, but GoDaddy sucks. So now we'll just say, check out my YouTube channel at Matthew Maley Poker. Follow me on Twitter. I'm telling you, I posted like 40 tweets today. I'm up on it. I'm not quite up on like Joe Budden level, but I'm up on it. So follow me at Matthew Maley. Search for me on Facebook at Matthew Maley Poker. And yeah, hit me up on YouTube. So say what's up. If you're in Vegas, roll through the Rio. If you're not, send me a message. And shout out to everybody who's been commenting on my videos and all that. I really appreciate it. Follow me on Twitter. So peace out, y'all.